Yeah. Hi friends, good morning. So we can continue our third topic regarding to the FISD integration. Especially earlier we discussed the last two videos. So the first topic, the first video, we discussed about why FISD integration is needed, and initially how the SAP systems have the different modules and how the process is happened, especially in sales department or finance department. So those are all things I explained clearly. And later the second part video, so we discussed about order to cash cycle and O2C cycle with the general entries. And especially while we are attending the interview, so how we can explain our general entries, our order to cash flow cycle and all. So without this question also, usually we cannot expect our interview. So while we are attending the interview, so especially if you want to learn only the interview perspective, please try to more concentrate on this part 2 video. And in this video itself, we explained the prerequisites also regarding to the FISD integration. Before we are going into FISD integration, we need to know some basic things like we need to create these things like the material master, customer master, and accounts receivable. Some configuration we need to maintain, condition record and pricing procedure, especially as part of SD configuration side. And later we need to maintain some GL accounts, and later we need to maintain some VKOA settings. So other name is account determination also. We can call as account determination also. So these things is also very important. So before we are going into FISD integration, especially in real-time projects, many of the students asked me like, what is our exact role? Being a finance person, what is our exact role? So many members is asking me this question. So whatever I am explaining, these are all points. Usually in real-time projects, so we don't do anything related the configuration and all. So just we maintained only this. No, not required. Okay, so being a finance person, we will be responsible of these two. Like we need to create some GL accounts again. The GL accounts creation and all taken care by the MDG team or MDM team and the business team. And the point is this thing we need to maintain in the system being a finance consultant. So we need to map our GL accounts according to the different combination of tables. Okay, so today the third topic, so we will discuss about the complete configuration regarding to the FISD integration, the whole set configuration, what the SD consultants will maintain, and even so the main changes between ECC to SAP S4 HANA, and even how we can create the customer master data in SAP S4 HANA again, like with the help of BP business partner, how we can do, and whatever the customer master we created, again those customer master and all, how we can connecting to the SD module with the help of the partner determination and all. And finally, we are making the configuration regarding to the some accounts receivable settings also. Why? Because without accounts receivable related configuration, so we can't create the business partner. And finally, we are going with the configuration which is related to the account completely the configuration. So who wants to learn the FISD integration? Especially if you want to practice, so please watch this video one or two times, and whatever the settings I maintained here, so please go through that settings, and definitely you will get the final end results and all. And regarding to the our complete topics like this thing, we will discuss in this video itself the complete configuration. And when it comes to execution, especially the sales order, delivery, post goods issue, billing and incoming payment and BRS. So those things I will try to explain the next video. And the final video, which is very important, what is the logic behind the FISD integration. So how we are connecting SD module to finance module, and what are the key areas we need to map, and how the logic is getting by the system, like how we are connecting the FI and as well as the SD module. So this video is also very important. Not only this video, like if you want to learn the complete FISD integration, so my suggestion is please go through all videos one by one, whatever we are uploading in this channel, then only you will understand very clearly. Okay, don't go with zigzag manner, like first you can go with the directly logic, and otherwise directly you can go with the execution, or otherwise you can directly go with order to cash. Don't go with this process. Please try to come with the same manner what I explained in this video. Why? Because to understanding of FISD integration is very critical part. Okay, even how we will understand these are all things, and how we will connecting one point to another point, and how we are mapping one point to another point is also, it's very difficult. Like I can say some of the members, they said like we are directly going with the configuration, and we will maintain some VKOA settings, and directly we are going with the execution. And some members, they can say these are all things is not needed. Being a finance consultant, we need to learn the logic behind the FISD integration. And some members thought like we don't go with these are all things, just being a interview purpose, just we are going with the order to cash cycle, and we need to explain these are all things in the interview. But the point is, I'm not explaining in the interview point of view. Like if you want to go with the only interview perspective, so already we uploaded one video regarding to the FISD integration. Like if you want to go with only interview specific, you don't want to learn the complete FISD, just you want to learn the FISD integration only in the interview perspective. Like here we explained more than 1 hour, and this one we uploaded 1 year back. So if you want to learn those things, you can come, you can go through this video directly. But otherwise, if you want to learn the complete end-to-end things, like first you need to go with this one, FISD integration, why it is needed, and you need to understand with the order to cash cycle, and later we are going with the prerequisites, what things we need to know, and later we are going with the configuration today part. And once the configuration done, later we are going with the execution, how the general entries is picked. In order to cash cycle, I explained the general entries, right? So same general entries we can check at the time of execution, whether the general entries is picked correctly or not. Or while we are executing, if you are getting some errors like the GL account is not created, or the GL account is not mapping in VKOA or in OBYC or whatever it is. So we need to go here, and especially in this video, like if you want to execute the FISD integration, so before that we need to go with the FIMM integration, especially at the time of initial stock upload or at the time of post goods issue. We are getting error like without stock we can't deliver it to the customer, right? So at that time we need to create the stock, we need to check the stock report in MMBE, and later we need to take the initial stock. Again we are getting the entry like finished stock account data to initial stock upload account, and later we are going with the next process like delivery and billing, and finally incoming payment, and the last step will be BRS. So likewise, those points also I will try to explain in this the topic execution, and the finally the very important logic behind the FISD integration. So these are all things we will try to explain the complete FISD integration. So many of the members or many of my YouTube subscribers, they are asking, so please try to upload the complete full set of FISD integration videos, and they said we are checking in YouTube just to, but in YouTube we can't find the end to end, the complete things. Just we can find some configuration, or just we can find some execution, or just we can find the order to cash cycle, like that only. But we don't find the complete full set of FISD integration things and all. So for that purpose only, so I will be taking these are all things into clear cut manner, and please go through these steps one by one. So today we are going with our configuration part. So this configuration we need to maintain as part of our FISD integration. Okay. So first I will go to the system, and again I told you these settings and all I will be maintained in the SAP S/4HANA 2022 version. So if you practice any the lower version, or if you practice any the next updated version 2023, so maybe some settings or maybe some screens is little bit vary, or some functions may be little bit vary. There is a chance. Why? Because if you observed if you observed the SAP S/4HANA software usually, so every upgraded version, since it is 1509, 1609, or 1709, 1809, 1909, or 2020, or 2021, or 2022, so every each and version, so the SAP will comes with some new functionalities, like two or three major changes they will do in different modules, not only finance, like in SD, MM, or PP, or whatever it is. So they will take some key areas and they will try to improve their software and their functionalities and their features. So that's the reason. So these classes I will explain in the S/4HANA 2022 version. But if you practice any earlier version like 1909, or if you're going with the next version 2022, 2023, maybe some screens or some functions or some configurations, maybe there is a chance like small little bit variation is there, but please try to understand that is common in the SAP. Okay, you don't bother about the things and all. So now I am going into the configuration part. So first of all I am going with the first step, define company code. So usually the company code, if you observe the enterprise structure in any organization, especially in SAP environment, so the highest organizational unit will be operating concern. So I will try to check one image. So the SAP organizational structure. So if I am going into the images, so ding ding. So is there any one picture we can see the complete things? Yeah, this picture. So this picture is helpful to understand the complete organizational structure. Okay. So otherwise I can download this one. So I will be open here. Yeah. So now we can see the highest organizational unit in SAP is operating concern. So operating concern is the highest organizational unit. So this operating concern will maintained by the controlling consultants. And operating under operating concern, the second highest unit will be controlling area. Okay. So again under the controlling area, so the controlling area equally we can maintain the company also, or we can maintain under one company we can maintain different controlling areas also. That is also possible. But under controlling area, so we will be setting into company code. So usually this company code setting and all maintained in the real-time project finance people. Usually our implementation project starts with the finance people, not with SD people. So once the finance people will create the company code, same company code, the SD people will under this company code, the SD people will need to create the sales organization. Where it comes to the finance module, our finance module, the highest organizational unit will be company. Under company code, and under company code we will be going with the business areas or profit centers or segments or whatever it is based on the client requirement. But where it comes to SD, the highest organizational unit will be sales organization. Under the sales organization, they will create distribution channel, divisions, sales groups or sales offices or sales areas. So likewise, they will maintain their own organizational structures and all. So the point is the first one, company code creation, will maintained by the finance people in the real time projects, especially while we are implementing SAP. So this step will maintained by the finance people. Okay, but being a SD people also, if they want to do the FISD integration, definitely they need this step, they need to maintain mandatorily. So then I'm going into OX02. So here I will be, here you can see this is the screen, like the company code screen and all. And before that, I will try to explain one more point also. This is the point very, very important. Even many of the trainers, many of the students, the trainees will don't know this point especially. So usually in SAP system, how we can maintain the configuration. So I hope everyone knows the two ways, the path and as well as the T code, the transaction code. But where it comes to in real time, we can use three ways, not the two ways. The first way, what we know that is absolutely correct, SPRO, reference IMG, and enterprise structure, and definition, and financial accounting, and define company. So here, sorry, this one, edit company code, and so here edit company code data and click on new entries. So this way we will be maintain our configuration. The first way, the path. So the path is nothing but you need to go one by one point and one by one we need to choose. Otherwise, we have the second way, the transaction code, the T code. So if you enter T code, the system will goes to directly that screen, and again we will be maintain our company code information. And the third way is very, very important. Once you get the job in SAP or once you are working as a consultant in SAP, that is the tables level. If I'm going into SM30 table, so here whatever the table you need to maintain the data, before that we need to put v underscore T001, and if I click edit, then again if I click new entry, same details you can appear here like this. Especially many of the consultants, while they are taking the job support from me or while they are taking some guidance from me, initially they started their career like the fresher or some 3 years or 4 years experience. So sometimes what happened, we need to maintain our tax GL accounts, or sometimes we need to maintain some G related settings like TVA, RVC table maintenance or whatever it is. So that time we don't have any option in SAP, like we are going with the path or T codes, and especially some G levels we will be maintained directly in table levels our data. So that's the reason, please try to understand we have three ways to maintain the configuration data in the SAP. So now I am going into the first step, OX0 to define company code. So click on enter, and here in SAP most of the screens, most of the configurations and all, you have always the copy option. If you want to copy already existing company code into, you can change your the required input data, so we can change here. Otherwise, so if you click new entries, and you can maintain this configuration. And again here I want to give one clarity. Let's say for example, while we are practicing or while I'm taking these classes, I will be maintain my own input data. But here many of the students or maybe many of the trainees have some doubt. So while we are working in the real time, so this input information, this input data, how we will get? So again, this input requirement and all, we can get it from the business. Again, that is the very huge concept, especially in real time project training. We will explain those things also. Like here we are called as business requirement gathering, this phase, especially the project. Once the plan preparation is done, later we are going with the business requirement gathering phase, or otherwise some projects we are called as a design phase also. So this design phase, we need to gather the input information from the business with the help of requirement gathering templates. Like before that, we will be sending one requirement gathering questionnaire, And based on that requirement gathering questionnaire, we need to prepare some requirement gathering template and we need to send it to the business. Again, the business team will fulfill that data. There are the requirement gathering template, the Excel sheet, and based on that Excel sheet, we will be maintain our configuration in the SAP. Okay. And a very important point is in real-time projects, how we will maintain these configurations. And one more very important doubt is if I lend finance training some institution or some trainer, and if I lend some SD training in some trainer and some institutions, so this is also very important doubt. So whatever I am learning here in the training, so is it same configuration steps also there in the real-time project? So many of the members have this question also, but here my answer is, so whatever you learning in our training, so same configuration steps we cannot see in the real-time projects. Okay, so real-time projects we need to maintain some different type of configuration settings and all. Okay, and especially these settings we need to know before we are going into the real-time working environment and all. And even in our training, like we will conduct the live project training session also, like the live project workshop. So in that training, so we will try to teach those steps, exact the steps what we maintain in the real-time projects also. Okay, so if you want to learn, like for example, you already completed your training finance, some other trainers, or if you completed training SD, some other trainings, but you don't know the exact real-time project knowledge, or you don't know the exact real-time what the consultants is doing, the exact real-time incidents or the exact implementation scenarios and all. If you want to learn those things, so please try to join with us the real-time project training with us. So at that training, at that workshops, we will we will teach you the complete end-to-end things in real time, and we will show you the exact things what we did in the real time also. Okay. So again, the input, what I said, we are going with some requirement gathering, and again we are going with some Excel sheets, some templates and all. The business will fulfill that data and provide to us, and later we are doing our configuration in the implementation projects. So now I am going into the new entries. So here my company code I will be maintained as AZ10. So sorry, so already my company code is there. Just I can go to position AZ10. Yeah, so this one already we maintained earlier. So same company code I will be using for this FISD integration, and I will be maintain this data, okay, earlier. So these are all the mandatory data. So we need to maintain. So this company code already we maintained earlier. Otherwise, if you want to maintain the new company code also, you can maintain like this. Okay. So right now I don't want to go with the another company code. So just I am going with the AZ10. What we explained, I think this company code we maintained as part of our the FIMM integration. Correct. So next I am going with the define sales organization step. What is this define sales organization? So the sales organization is the highest organizational unit, especially in the sales and distribution module in the SAP. So being a finance, like how the company code is our highest organizational unit, or how the company is our highest organizational unit, same principle, the sales and distribution people, the highest organizational unit will be sales organization. Sales organization represents the complete sales and distribution module will be maintain the settings under one sales organization. So then I will going into OAV X5. So here you can see we have different type of sales organizations. So out of this, I will be click on new entries. So here my sales organization is AZ10, and here I will be maintained AZ10 sales organization. Okay. So these are all information is irrelevant, especially for statistics, currency, or ALE. Especially these are all settings we will be maintained in the real-time projects based on the business input or the business input, whatever the business input provided to us. So based on that only we will be maintained. These are all things. Okay. But here, so I will be uh, going into the next steps. So we don't want to maintain these configurations and all. And regarding to the configuration and all, so here I'm not going to explain pin to pin and each and every step, each and every field. So I will try to explain only the important fields only. Okay. So then I will click on save. So here I will take company, and this one AZ10 is the sales organization. So I will be maintain the mandatory fields only. So I don't want to maintain all the fields. It's waste of our time. So the postal code will be this one, and the country is India, and the region is 36 Telangana, and English. Then click on continue. So here I will be creating AY10. Sorry. So I will be creating new sales, new transport request, AZ10. So AZ10 FISD integration. So I am be putting this one. Regarding this transport, what is this transport and what is the importance of transport, and what is the system landscape in SAP? So regarding that one, so recently we are uploaded 5 videos. So if you want to learn the complete things, how the real time so development quality production system is working, and how we will move our transport request or changes from one system to another system, like this I explained the complete things in these 5 videos. If you want to learn the complete things regarding to the system landscape, or regarding to the transport request, or regarding to the changes moved from one system to another system, so just you can go through these 5 videos, then you will understand the complete clear cut picture. So right now my entries are saved, data was saved, and same information I will be maintained here. My sales organization is AZ10. So later I am going with the distribution channel. So what do you mean by distribution channel? Distribution channel is nothing but how we can distribute it, or how we can sending our good to the final customer. Like the complete procedure from factory, once the factory is released the finished product, and later that finished goods went out some warehouse, and later they went out some shipping place, or later they, how the goods we are moving to the end user, the end customer and the consumer. So we can maintain the complete things with the help of distribution channel. So now I am going into my distribution channel, click on new entries, and AZ I will be maintained. This one I will be maintained as AZ distribution channel. Okay. So then click on save. So next I'm going into the next step. So here I will maintain AZ is my distribution channel. So division is also part of sales organization, and that too. So we can create multiple divisions under one distribution channel. Okay. So this setting also. So the point is, whatever the configurations I said here, all these configurations maintained by the SD consultants. In real time, the finance people will not maintain. These are all configuration except VKOA setting and except the defined company code setting. These two only we maintain in the real time. Okay. But these are all settings maintained by the SD consultants. But the point is, without making these are all configurations in the system, we cannot execute our the final entries like the sales order or delivery or billing or incoming payment. So that's the reason only. So I will be maintain the complete configuration in the system. So now I am going into the next transaction code OVXB define division, and click on new entries, and my division will be AZ. So AZ is already maintained. Okay. I hope as part of our earlier FIMM integration, so maybe I maintained this division step also. So right now I don't want to maintain one more division here. Just I'm using this AZ division. So this division will explain about the raw material things and all. Otherwise, I am changing this name into finished good. Just I am changing the division name. That's it. Okay. So same information I will be uploading in my Excel sheet. So now I am going into the shipping point. Shipping point is nothing but where the goods are, where the goods is ready to move to the customer place. So OVXD, the transaction code, and here the shipping point also already I maintained earlier. This is the shipping point, and this shipping point we maintained as part of our FIMM integration. Okay, so same shipping point AZ10. Otherwise, if you want to click the new shipping point also, you will be maintained like this only. But here I don't want to maintain again the new shipping point. Just you can see you need to maintain the factory calendar is mandatory and the shipping point name. That's it. Okay, we don't want to maintain, these are all configurations right now. So same information I will be adding into my Excel sheet AZ10. Okay, so next the step will be we are assigning whatever the configuration up to now we maintain. So I am taking this one into the long text. Yeah. So the next step will be assign sales organization to company code. This is the very important step. So this step will helpful to connecting sales organization to company code. So the point is under the company code, we can create multiple sales organizations. But the point is how we are connecting this company code to sales organization. So what we currently doing this step, with the help of this step, we are connecting our sales organization to company code. So OVX3, the transaction code, and I'm going here. So here I hope we created earlier. So I'm going into this screen is little bit different while we are comparing to the remaining configuration screens and all. So here I'm going into the find button, and my sales organization is AZ10, and this is my sales organization. Yeah. So under sales organization, we didn't maintain our company code. So then click on assign. So I need to select this one. Okay. So yeah. So under my company code, my sales organization is mapped. Then click on save. Okay. So if you want to see that mapping again, you can go back into the screen and go into OVX3 and click on find button here and AZ10. And now you can see AZ10 Ion Motor Limited is a company code. Under the company code, we are mapping sales organization. So like this, if you want to add one more sales organization also, you can maintain not one or two, you can maintain more than 100 also. There is no maximum limit and all in real time working. But the point is under one company code only we will be maintain the sales organization. And again here I explained earlier also as part of our SD training, under one company code we will be creating multiple sales organization. But under one sales organization we will not create multiple company codes. The relationship between the company code and sales organization is very important. Under one company code we will be creating multiple sales organizations, but under one sales organization, we can't create multiple company codes. Okay, these things already I explained as part of our finance training. So then I'm going into the back. So here no input data is required. And now I am going into the mapping my distribution channel to sales organization. So then going into the OVXK transaction code. And here I need to find out my AZ10. So this is my sales organization. You can see under sales organization, there is no division. So then click on assign. What is our division? What is our distribution channel? Just we created earlier. So AZ. So I need to select this one, AZ distribution channel. So then click on continue and click on save. Okay, go back. So now I am going into, so assign sales division to sales organization. So then going into OVXA transaction code. So I'm going into find, and again I'm selecting AZ10. So under this sales organization, what is my division? Division also I maintain AZ, finished goods. Then click on save, click on continue, and click on save. Okay. So now we are mapping the next one, set up sales area. So sales area is nothing but under this sales area, what do you mean by sales area? So under the sales organization, we will be maintaining the distribution channel. Under the distribution channel, we will be maintaining the division. The complete sales organization, distribution channel and division grouply we are called as a sales area. So then I'm going into the find button one more time and I'm selecting AZ10. So under this AZ10, so click on assign. First I'm going to select my distribution channel. Click on continue. Under distribution channel, again I am selecting my division. So this step is very important. So we need to maintain first of all sales organization, later distribution channel, and later finished good. It means under sales organization we will be creating the multiple distribution channels. Under the distribution channels, again we will be creating the multiple divisions. Then click on save. And these things already I explained as part of our SD training earlier batch. So the relationship between sales organization and distribution channel and finished goods. So this step is also completed. And later we are going with the assign sales organization and distribution channel to plant. So this point, especially we are connecting our sales and distribution module to MM module. Why? Because the plant creation and all taken care by the real-time MM consultants and the MM module people. Here we are connecting our sales organization to plant. Again, the question is why? Why we need to connecting plant and sales organization? So the point is being a salesperson, being a sales and distribution consultant. So if you want to sell any one product like the sales department, so before that the product is manufactured in our company or manufactured in our plant or factory. Am I correct or not? So it means in manufacturing company, once the product is manufactured in a plant or factory, those product only sell by the sales department or sell by the sales and distribution team. So it means the before we are selling into our product, so we need to identify that product where it exactly comes from, which plant it is comes from. Especially while we are taking the reports from the MM level and at the taking the reports from the SD level, so we need to reconcile our reports at the time of month end also. So that's the reason we need to connecting our MM module to sales and distribution model. So, my dear friends, especially in SAP, being a functional consultant and being a finance consultant, we need to know all the different modules we are connecting to finance. Like SD module, we are linking to finance, that one only FISD integration. And a material management also we are connecting FI, that is FIMM integration. And PP module, like through the controlling FICO integration, again we are connecting to PP module also. And even the project systems module also we are connecting to the finance module. And again the HR, the success factors module is also we are connecting to the FI, like the FI HR integration or FI success factors integration. So likewise in SAP, the key point and the key important note is every modules is linking with the some other modules. So this linking and this mapping and this point only we can call it as a integration in the real time. So the again in SD and MM module is also integration, and again MMCO module is also integrated with the help of material ledger concept and all. So even the MM and PP module is also connecting, and MMWM module is also connecting. So likewise in SAP we have multiple methods of multiple modules of integration is there. But being a finance person, being a finance consultant or being a SD consultant, you need to know exactly your module is integrating with different other modules. If you know these things, that is more than enough, but don't think or don't learn or If you interested, you can learn with the different modules and different modules integrations and all. But the point is, the basic thing you need to know is whatever your module is linking, whatever your module is integrating with other sub module. So being a finance, so we need to understand FISD integration, FIMM integration, FICO integration, FIHR integration. So these are all the integrations is mandatorily learn being a finance consultant. These things is very helpful, especially at the time of working in the real time projects. So now I am going into connecting my plan to sales organization and all. So the T code will be OVX6. Click enter. And here again I'm going into my sales organization AZ10. This one under AZ10 sales organization, I am connecting my plant. So what is my plant? Same plant. So we maintain same this one as part of our FIMM integration. Okay. Okay. So again I'm selecting AZ10 and click on copy. And now you can see I'm connecting my sales and organization to my plant. So before that, so if I'm assigning plant, sorry. So if I'm assigning, yeah. So that's okay. See, the point is the sales organization distribution channel already we mapped, right? Under this sales organization AZ10, we mapped already that distribution channel is AZ. It means this one is connecting to sales organization, and here you can see the AZ is the distribution channel. So same these two we are connecting to our plant AZ10 and click on save. Okay. So now I'm going into the next step, assign shipping point to plant. So the transaction code will be OVXC, and here I am taking again the find, and AZ10 is my plant. So under this plant I am assigning my shipping point. So earlier we created so AZ10. So this shipping point, so we need to map with our plant. So click on save and click on continue. So this step is also done. Later I am going with to define common distribution channels. So I'm going into VORI. So this step automatically maintained by the system. What we maintained earlier, like sales organization, we are connecting to distribution channel, and distribution channel again we are connecting to the materials and all. So this step is automatically appeared by the system. But if you want to maintain, so some more things also. So earlier you maintained, it means automatically the settings appeared here in this place. So this one, so we cannot change anything, just we can proceed the next configuration step. So again I am going into the define common divisions. The T code will be VO R2, and again this step is also automatically prepared by the system. How it will create? So earlier we created sales organization to divisions, right? So same things automatically mapped in the system. So we don't want to, just you can cross check whether that things is there or not. So later is the very important step, especially the SD people will always concentrate more on this topic, and this is the crucial or critical step from the SD module. So the price, maintaining the pricing procedure. So the point is, in our last video I will try to explain the FISD, the logic, the FISD integration behind the logic. Especially this maintain the pricing procedure is also one of the connecting point where we are connecting our finance module to SD module. So right now, so here I will be checking my pricing procedure is there or not. It is not there. So just I am copying already existing pricing procedure. So AY10. So this is the company code what I maintained for SD training. So same thing I will be copying into my AZ10. Okay. So these things is common. The distribution is AZ, distribution channel, and division is AZ. and this is the common only, the standard only. You can see the standard, the document pricing procedure. This is also standard only, custom pricing procedure and pricing procedure. This is the standard, and the condition type or the condition record is also I maintained standard. So this point, so earlier video I said this point also. Did you observe or not regarding this one, the condition record? Okay, so same this condition record will be appeared in the pricing procedure here. So just click on enter and click on save. So this is the very important step. Okay, so usually here I am taking the standard pricing procedure only, but while we are working in the real time, the sales and distribution consultant, the SD will not go with the standard. They will create their own pricing procedures, the custom pricing procedures, and that and all we will explain as part of our SD training. So that is not required by the finance consultants and all, but just we need to know which pricing procedure we are mapping to our current sales organization. Especially while we are going with the VKYS settings, we need to know these things also. And again, this pricing procedure is connecting to the account key. So I explained those logics and all in our the logic session video. So later I am going with the configuration with setup partner determination. So this is also very important in SD module, the partner determination. So I'm taking the customer and click on change. So here with the help of this configuration step, the partner determination procedure. So we are connecting our partner like the business partner or the sold to party, ship to party, payer and biller. So we are connecting one by one into the sales and distribution module, the partner determination procedure. So this one again we are getting at the time of the sales order creation in VA01 transaction code. So, but the point is, if you want to maintain this configuration step, so before that we need to maintain some settings which is related to the accounts receivable configuration steps. So these steps we need to maintain in the system, and we need to create one business partner master data. And once we maintain these settings, again we are going with the setup partner determination setting. Okay, so right now, so I am stopping this one, the partner determination configuration without the business partner, without the say the parties, especially in sales and distribution module, we have a four partners is there, like uh, what we have that four thing, like sold to party, ship to party, payer and biller. So those four things we need to map here. But before that, being a finance person, being a finance consultant, or being a the sales and distribution consultant also, we need to create the business partner. So regarding the business partner creation and regarding the changes between to ECC to SAP S4 HANA, again here it will take 3 to 4 hours of duration. If you want to learn the complete things regarding to the business partner. So that's the reason only. So in my YouTube channel, so already I uploaded two videos. Why the business partner mandatory in the SAP S4 HANA, and what is the difference between ECC versus S4SP S4 HANA. So I maintained this video. So from this video, so please stop this one and you can go through this video, the first video. And once it is completed, again you can go through this video, the business partner configuration in the SAP S4 HANA. And in this video, I created one vendor business partner. But if you want to see the customer master creation also, so recently I uploaded this one also. Sorry. Yeah, this one, the business partner customer master data. This video also recently we uploaded. So if you want to learn, so just go through this video. Okay, so then again you can come back into this video. But in this video, so without business partner, we are not going with the FISD integration, right? So that's the reason only I will be creating one business partner in very little bit speed manner. because of the time. So already we started 49 minutes back. So I don't want to go with more than 1.5 hours or 2 hours for this video configuration video. We will try to close within 1.5 hours. So that's the reason only. So here I will be maintaining these configurations very quickly. But if you want to know or if you want to learn, so these things, so my personal suggestion or my personal recommendation is please go through these two videos if you want to learn in detailed manner. Okay, but right now I am skipping that one. So just I am going into the this one, the accounts receivable related configuration. Okay, so here you can see this one is the one time setting, the activate the business functions and all. Okay, so it is automatically activated once any one member is practiced in our server, and even the service providers, sorry, the server providers also automatically activate this function. So this is the just the checking point only, but right now we don't want to check that one. So in my server already this one activated. Okay, so now I am going into customer account group. So the transaction code will be OBD2. So here OBD2, here I will be maintain my 4 customer account groups. Like the customer account groups, I will be copying from AY things and all, like AY 1B, 1G and 1P and 1S. Okay, just I am copying this one. So I will be putting instead of AY, so I will be putting AZ1B. Click enter, and AZ1Z. Click enter, and AZ1P and AZ1S. I will be maintain my customer account groups like this, and click on enter and click on save. Okay, so if you out of these groups, if you want to restricted any one field data, the user is mandatorily maintained. So we can maintain these are all things with the help of field status groups. Like for example, in address tab, you can see required tab will be name, last name, or this one, the search term or the postal code. This is the required entry, and remaining all entries we can see the optional entries. But if you want to restricted, let's say for example, so this group I will be restricted into street as required entry, then click on save. So it means while we are creating any one customer with the help of this account group, so mandatorily we need to maintain our street as required field. So I will be going into back, and you can see these are all my 4 account groups what I maintained here. So same things I will be changing, like AZ1S, AZ1G and AZ1B and AZ1P. Okay, so later I am going with the next step, the number ranges of customer account groups. I am going into the XDN1. So regarding to the customer, regarding to the number ranges, so the very important point is why we maintain the number ranges in the SAP system. So the point is while we are posting any general entries or while we are creating any master data in the SAP, so we need to maintain the number ranges. Based on that number ranges, based on that the number ranges, the system automatically provides the numbers to the customer at the time of master data creation or at the time of the transactional data what we posted the invoices in the system. So right now I'm going into XDGN1 transaction code and click on intervals, and now you can see the number ranges already maintained some other people. So I'm not creating any new fields and all, but if you want to create new fields, just click on insert line, and here you can maintain your number range number and from number and to number. So right now I don't want to maintain any the new intervals. So I'm using existing intervals itself. So out of the existing intervals, I will be using the 5 and C2, C3 and C4. Otherwise I will be using this 4. So it starts with 6100 and ends with the 6500. So these 4 number ranges I will be assigning into my customer account groups. So the point is in this configuration, and again the number ranges, these are all things we will be maintained in the real time projects, each and every system separately. It means development system we will be maintained, quality system we will be maintained, and production system also we need to maintain the number ranges. Why? Because the number ranges we cannot transport from the development to quality or from the development to production. So these things we will be maintained separately in all the systems, and right now I don't create any new number range intervals. If you want to create, you can create, no problem. But right now I don't want to create any new intervals and all. Just I'm using C2, C3, C4 and C5. These 4 number ranges into my account groups. So go back. So the next step will be this one only, assign number ranges to customer account groups. So for this purpose, there is no T code. So just we need to go with the path SPRO, reference IMG, and financial accounting, accounts receivable and payables, and here customer accounts, and here master data, and out of the master data, the first one creating master data, customer master data preparations, and here you can see assign number ranges to customer account groups. Otherwise, if you want to add any one thing here, so if you want to add transaction codes also in this area, so just we can click this IMG activity, right? So the related T codes automatically appeared here. Okay, this is the fundamental only. Again, my system is taking too much of time. If you want to see the T codes in this screen itself, we can maintain like this. Otherwise, I can stop this one. So, oh my God, it will take time. Just I'm closing that session. I'm taking the new session. Why my internet is good only, but unnecessarily I am taking this one. It's waste of our time. I cannot stop this one also. Okay. So you can see if if you want to add any T codes, so you can add like this. The last 4 digits is our T code for any transaction or all. So just click on this one. And here what is our account groups? Just earlier we created AZ1 S onwards, right? So we can see this is our one-off group from AZ1B. So already the number ranges automatically mapped by the system based on this one we are copied, right? Earlier we copied from this 4 into this 4 account groups, right? So based on that the system is automatically copied here. Just here I am changing my number ranges will be C2, C2, C2 and again C2. Sorry, not C2, right? C3, C4 and again C5. Just click on save. Okay. So I mentioned my number range intervals like this C2, C3, C4 and C5. So next I'm going into the next step. So this one is done. So number ranges for grouping. So very important point is up to now we maintained this configuration for customer account groups creation. Okay, from this step onwards we will be maintain the configuration for business partner groupings creation. Okay, so I am going into the next step. Okay, so just I am going back. Whether our last change is saved or not, just I am checking. SPRO reference IMG, financial accounting, accounts receivable, customer accounts, master data, preparation of master data, create assign number ranges to account groups. Whether I saved that items or not. So you can see already I saved my entries. Okay. So again I'm going back. So I'm doing my present step. So the number ranges for BP groups. So here we have a T code like BUCF, and these configurations don't get confusion, my dear friends. So the main difference between ECC to SAP S4HANA is in ECC we will be maintain the customer accounts groups and customer number ranges, and later we will be creating the customer master data with the help of XDN1 or the different T codes. Okay. But the point is, as per the SAP S4HANA system, we cannot create the customer master data without business partner. So under the business partner only, we will be maintain our customer master data or our vendor master data. So regarding this one only, so I suggested you all, so please go through that earlier two videos. In that two videos I explained very clearly. So you can see in earlier ECC we will be maintain the business partner. ECC also we have business partner. But this business partner we used earlier the applications with FSCM, especially the TRM, Treasury Risk Management, and Customer Relationship Management, and SRM, the Supplier Relationship Management, and GTS, Global Trade Service. But when it comes to SD module and MM module, we are going with, we maintained the customer master data and vendor master data. But the point is, in ECC, we are getting n number of reconciliation issues because of this, the conflict master data. What is this conflict? So here business partners, we used different applications, and here customer master data, vendor master data, we used in the sales and distribution and MM module. So the point is, while if there any change occurred here in sales and distribution module customer, so that change is not immediately reflected this application until the user is changed these changes. So because of this miscommunication, so earlier in ECC, we got n number of reconciliation issues. So when I worked with ECC system, most of the incidents, what I received at that time regarding this reconciliation issues only. Okay, but right now in SAP S4HANA, so they comes with the new solution like business partner we will be maintained centrally. This business partner will be used all different applications in the SAP S4HANA. All applications, either it is FSCM, TRM, EWM, or customer management, credit management, sales, purchase, whatever it is, all modules will use same one business partner. Within the business partner, if you want to create customer master data, you can create inside the BP. And if you want to create vendor master data inside BP, you can create the vendor master data also. So that's the reason only. So here I maintain the settings related to customer things and all. And here I will be maintain the business partner related settings here. Okay, am I audible? Okay, so now I'm going into BUCF and click on intervals. And here also I don't add any new intervals. So just I am selecting whatever the intervals is not used others. 3A, 4A, 5A, and Is there any 6A? No. So, okay, I'm going with A7. So these four number ranges I will be used. So then go back. So I'm going into the next step, assign number ranges to BP groups. So here we don't have the T code. So just I'm going with the path SPRO. So reference IMG, financial accounting. Sorry, not financial accounting, cross application components. Under cross application components, under cross SAP business partner, again the business partner, basic settings, number ranges and groupings, and define groupings and assign number ranges. So click this one, and here, so I need to maintain my grouping. Okay, so here I will be maintain grouping AZ1S. So this is the AZ1S grouping. So here this one I can put as AZ1S grouping FISD integration, and number ranges I will be taken into 2A. Okay, so here just now here I am creating only one group only instead of multiple groups creation and all. So just I am creating one group only, then click on save. Same this group only, so I am using as a sole to party, ship to party, or biller, or payer. Or if you want to create multiple groups also, you can create in this place, no problem. Okay, but right now, so I don't want to go with some extended time and all, so just I will be maintained here. So I removed this one, AZ1S is my grouping. So next very important step will be, so the point is here we will be maintain some settings regarding to the customer master data, and here we will be maintain some points regarding to the business partner master data. So these settings and these settings, how we are connecting in the SAP S/4HANA. So with the help of these two settings. These two settings is a very important settings. Even you can expect this question in our interview also. How the integration is happened between the business partner and customer, or how the integration is happened between the customer and business partner. So these things I need to maintain in the system. Just I am going into the cross application component, and here I need to select master data synchronization, customer vendor integration, and business partner settings, and settings for vendor customer integration. Right now we are an FISD integration, and here I need to select field assignment for customer integration. So click on assign keys, and now you can see define the number assignment for direction BP to customer and customer to BP. So right now I am clicking this one. So click on new entries. My grouping will be AZ1S, and my account group is also AZ1S. Just click on enter, click on save. So here this is my business partner grouping, and this is my customer account group. So with this step, I am connecting my customer account group to business partner grouping. Why I need to connect these two? The reason, the logic is, here you can see I explained in SAP S/4HANA, under the business partner we need to create the customer master data. So it means these two we need to connecting, right? These two we need to integrating. So this integration only we did right now with the help of this step. Okay, so come back, and the next step will be define assign number main direction to customer to BP. So usually while we are working with the SAP S/4HANA system, S/4HANA implementation project, so we will be maintain this step from business partner to customer. But for example, if you want to migrate the data from the ECC to SAP S/4HANA, Sorry. Okay. So while we are migrating the data from the ECC to SAP S/4HANA system, so we need to do this step also from customers to BP. But before that, I think we need to maintain some settings also here. So my business partner grouping will be AZ1S, but earlier we maintained only AZ1S, right? So I think I need to go with AZ1B. Especially this step will helpful to partner determination. AZ1P and AZ1S. This is my grouping, and here I need to maintain AZ1G. So click on enter. So an entry already exists. It means I think so we don't want to map this one. So but this step maybe. So I am forgetting. So this step maybe we are connecting into same one account group. So click on new entries. So here my when customer account group will be AZ1S, sorry, AZ1S and AZ1B and AZ1P and AZ1Z. These four groups I am connecting into one single group, AZ1S, AZ1S and AZ1S and AZ1S. So click on save. Business partner grouping AY1B does not exist. Sorry. So that is not our group, right? So AY1B, it is showing some error. AY1B. I need to delete this one. Click on save. AY1G does not exist. So if you are getting any error like this, you need to remove that one. Otherwise, your present entries will not saved in the system. AY1P. So click on save. Okay. So my system is taking all the things, but here I have one doubt. AZ1B. What is the missing item here? Okay. So four groupings is there for AZ. No problem. So this one helpful at the time of especially the partner determination, VOPAN transaction code, this step. Okay. So now I'm completed my accounts receivable settings and all. So here I need to go with the business partner master data creation. So then I'm going into the business partner master data. But before I'm going into this step, again I will be come back here and I need to complete my partner determination step. Why? Because so in this configuration, so I maintained customer account groups and business partners, and I am connecting my business partner groupings and the customer account groups and all. But again, these things, if you want to connecting in the sales and distribution module, so we need to maintain this configuration is the very important, especially in the sales and distribution module point of view. So we need to set up the partner determination with the help of VOPAN transaction code. So now I am going into the system VOPAN transaction code, and here we have a partner, different type of partner objects. So out of this, so I am going with the customer master and click on change. Okay. So under these settings, okay, so done. So sorry for the inconvenience, I got one call. So then I'm going into checking one by one the partner determination procedure assignment. So just here I am checking my AY1S is connecting to AG. So same thing you can see AZ1S, my sole to party is connecting to AZ. So what is this AZ? So AZ represents the sole to party, the partner determination procedure. So this step we need to cross check. So in this step, for example, in our sole to party, it is not there in AG. We need to maintain this thing. Just I am checking. So that is correct only. And here this step is not needed. And partner functions also we can see A1 is, this one is the partner function. Being a customer, like see, being a partner type, here we have a different partner types in SAP, like customer, vendor, logical system, mail address. So these are all the user for US and all. So this one is automatically there, some predefined partner function only. And then I'm going into the very important step, account groups function assignment. Okay. So in this one, so what is our account groups? AZ1 B, sorry, my partner function will be A1. Okay, so within the A1, so I need to maintain A1 to my account group AZ1S. Okay, so it is warning only, click on save. Okay, so 1 minute guys, again I'm getting some call. So again, so here I need to maintain some settings also, especially click on new entries, and the partners will be SP we are using for sole to party, and BP the standard will be we are using for, where is my BP, bill to party, and the four partners, like the PY is the payer. I need to go with my PY, payer, and the next one will be ship to party, SH. So this one also I need to maintain in the system, SH. Where is the SH? Ship to party. So out of these four type of the partners functions in SD module, so I am connecting my group into AZ1S, AZ1S, and AZ1S and AZ1S. So this step I am connecting these four type of partner functions in sales and distribution module into my single account group. So click on enter. This is warning only, like this is saying like some a key from the allowed namespace. So just click on enter and click on save. So my entries are saved. So now I am going into the partner functions. So I am going into the SP. So we can see KU and SH. We can see sweep to party KU. So yeah, so that is fine. And in partner determination function, so I will be going with AG and AG. So is there any other settings is regarding? I think not required. So that's it. So now I am going into this step is also completed, and again I will come back into accounts receivable configuration. So here I will be maintain one business partner. So the transaction code will be BP, but earlier in ECC we can create the customer master data with the help of XD01 transaction code, right? So but now you can see XD01 transaction code is absolute in the SAP system. So the system is automatically redirecting to this transaction code BP. Okay, that is the major change we can see, the difference between ECC to SAP S4 HANA. So then click on continue. So this is the screen where we can see, and click on organization. Sorry, so I think my screen is talking. So I will be resharing my screen. Okay, so my screen is visible. Then click on yes. I think I will be go back. I will come with the BP transaction code. So click on organization. So under business partner, the general role. So I will be selecting my grouping as AZ1S. Where is AZ1S? This is my grouping. Okay. So here I need to title, and here I am going with the AZ10 customer. This one I am using for FISD integration. So such term also I will be maintaining AZ10 FISD, and the postal code and the city and the country, region, and the language, the communication language and all. So I will be selecting English. Okay. So then click on save. Okay, so right now you can see my business partner is created as 6102. So I will be maintain here 6102. Same this business partner. I will be extending my role into the remaining SD related roles also. So in earlier FIMM integration, regarding this point, I maintained business partner for company code differently and the material management like the purchasing organization I maintained differently. But here same business partner I will be maintained into different roles. So then click on edit. Okay. And I will be selecting the new role, the standard role FLCU 0 0. The first of all I will be going with the customer financial accounting. Now you can see this is the customer financial accounting things. Automatically the data is appeared here and go to company code. So here I need to maintain my company code is AZ10 and click on enter. I need to select my recon account. So here regarding this recon account also there is a very important logic we need to understand. So why we are maintaining even this question also you can expect from our interview also. The interviewer is asking why we are using reconciliation account in the SAP. So the answer is reconciliation account we are using especially for the purpose to maintain the main ledger and sub ledger. So the point is we know in business, we know in balance sheet being a finance consultant, we will be maintain accounts receivable and as well as accounts payable. Accounts receivable as a current asset and accounts payable as a current liability. But the point is that heading the accounts receivable represents not only the single customer balance, it represents the all the customers across the company code. So these things and all how we can achieve SAP with the help of reconciliation account. So it means while we are creating any customer master data at the company code level, each and every time we will be maintain this reconciliation account and this reconciliation account represents the accounts receivable, the main ledger. Let's say for example, if I am going into FS00 screen, so if I changed my company code into AZ10, so that is my current asset, accounts receivable. So under controlling, you can see I will be maintain my recon account as customer. So it means while I am creating any customer, if I give my reconciliation account here, it means all these customers is automatically connected to this GL account. So this is the main ledger and sub ledger concept. So here the main ledger will be accounts receivable. The sub ledger will be individual customers. So that's the reason only without you entered this reconciliation account, we are not connecting this customer into our company code. So then click on save. So now you can see the system generates one customer number 6401. Same number I will be maintained here 6401. Okay. So now I am extending this role into sales and distribution team also. Again, I need to go with the different BP role. So standard BP role will be FLCU01. This is the standard role provided by the SAP. And I need to go with the sales and distribution. So in my sales and distribution, so my sales organization is AZ10. My distribution channel is AZ and my division is AZ. So then click on enter. So here I will check in orders is there any mandatory field here. So I think the mandatory field will be customer pricing procedure. So what is our customer pricing procedure? So I will be going with standard only, one only. So same this customer pricing procedure earlier also we maintained. So anyone is remembered where we can maintain? Same this customer pricing procedure. So I will be showing. So maintain pricing procedure. OVKK transaction code. If I am going into OVKK, so my sales organization is AZ10. So in this AZ10, you can see the customer pricing procedure as one, the standard. Same customer pricing procedure is also we are mapping in our customer master data. It means we are connecting pricing procedure with the help of customer master data itself. This is also one of the logic where I need to explain in FISD integration the logic. So here nothing is mandatory fields, only mandatory fields only I will be fulfill here. So the remaining fields I will be what I said I will be left. Then again I am going into the shipping. So is there any mandatory field in the shipping? So the shipping condition, you can see if the tick mark is there, that means that is a mandatory. So the shipping condition again I will be taking into standard only. So now I am going into the billing. So in billing also, is there any the important fields I need to maintain here? So terms of payment, maybe this one I need to maintain as standard, and this one is also very important, the tax classification. So this one I am putting into no tax, the exempted tax only. Okay. So later I am going with the partner functions. So this is the very important, my dear friends. Whatever the configuration we maintain in VOPAN, same setting you can see in the customer master data creation as part of our partner function. So here my customer is appeared like this, what we maintained earlier. So the number will be 6401. So this is the enough. We need to see these four things and click on save. So now you can see in sales and distribution level also my customer is created the same number. So in orders, in shipping or in billing, so in sales and distribution level also my business partner is created. So this is the configuration we need to maintain as part of our FISD integration. And before we are going with the VKOA settings, just we are assigning our shipping point also. This one also I need to check whether our shipping point is tagged into our plant or not. So this is the AY10. I am copying AY10 into AZ10. Otherwise in sales order we are getting one error. So your shipping point is not tagged into your plant. So then click on enter, click on save. So this one because of the sales order error, so we need to go this one. And finally the very important step will be the actual step what we maintain in the real time being a finance consultant, only this step VKOA. Okay. So then go to VKOA. So this is the combination how we are assigning our GL accounts to different mapping procedures. So this is the tables. With the help of tables we will be mapping our GL accounts. You can see in real time also we will be using same these tables, and if the business wants to maintain the customized tables also we will be maintaining. We will be in the sense the customer, the sales and distribution consultants will maintain the different condition tables also, different table numbers also. But even being a solution architect earlier in my implementation project, so based on the business requirement, even me also maintain different table number combinations and all. So customization things is not required for your level of understanding or for your level of clarity. Just here we are using whatever the things we can see and we can use, those things only we need to use it here. So under this combination, Okay. So now I will be maintain the combination of material group and account key combination, this table record. And here you can see we need to maintain the combination of material group and account key. So the material group, here you can see account assignment group material. So we can check this field in the material master creation time. And here this is the application type. This is V stands for the sales and distribution. And condition type here basically we have two major condition types we need to understand. One is the KOFI, that is the account determination, and KOFK, that is the account determination with controlling. So sometimes the interviewer is asking this question also. What is the account determination for controlling in the VKOA settings? At the time you need to tell KOFK, not KOFI. KOFI, that is for finance. And this is the chart of accounts we know. So at the time of general ledger accounting, we maintained this chart of accounts, and this is our sales organization. And this is the account assignment group material. This one we maintained in the material master. And this is the very important account key. So this account key again we are mapping with the condition record of the condition type. So again this point I will try to explain in my logic behind FISD integration. And again this is the GL account which represents the sales GL account. So if I want to maintain my account key combination like the customer group, material group and account key. So again you can see the options will be changed, like the application type, condition type, chart of account, sales organization, this four is common. But now you can see, you can observe the account assignment group for customer. So this one already we maintained at the time of customer account groups creation. It's like business partner creation. Already I explained you, this is the mandatory field only. Am I correct or not? So if you want to see that one also. So BP, what is our BP? So if I am going into accounts receivable, so 6402, but sorry, no, yes. So I will be going into BP and my BP number will be 6102. So if I am going into 6102, so now you can see in this 6102, if I am going into the customer level, so especially in customer, in sales and distribution tab, especially in orders, now you can see customer pricing procedure. So not this one, right? Customer account group. So we will be maintaining this one also as like the standard. Okay. So I think this one only, customer pricing procedure is nothing but the customer account group what we maintained here. So same thing, the combination also we will be maintained here, account assignment group for customer and account assignment group for material and account key and finally GL account. So these are all things I will try to explain at the time of execution, like the sales order creation, delivery, billing, or the next video. Why? Because this video it will goes almost 1 hour 40 minutes. So same video I will try to upload in the YouTube also. So especially my trainees, so please go through this video twice or thrice if you want to learn the complete things regarding to the FI and SD integration. Don't skip this video. Please try to watch 2 times or 3 times, then you will understand the complete configuration. And even you can practice same things in your system, whatever the configurations I maintained in the system and all. So now you can see we completed these 4 things as part of our FISD integration. So this one I maintained the part 1 video. These 2 I maintained the part 2 video. And this one I maintained as a part 3 video. And this one I will be making as a part 4 video. And finally, this one I will be preparing as a part 5 video. So otherwise I can change into this one as also 2, this one as 3, this one as 4, and this one as 5. Like this, I mentioned the FISD complete end-to-end configuration with general entries, with execution, with explanation, with O2C cycle, each and everything I will be maintained, and I will be uploading same things into my YouTube channel. So that's it from my end for this video. So thank you. Thank you for your attending this session.